okay, is far beyond our expectation.
It's the safest way of owning a house.
My mouth is full of appreciation to Federal Mortgage Bank.
It's good to have you join us again. The program is Everyone Deserves a Home, a sponsored program of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. I am your regular host, Zulaihat Belagubir. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is one of the parastatals under the Ministry of Works and Housing. This means that both organizations are working in tandem towards a common cause to provide affordable homes to average Nigerians. The Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme is one of the avenues the Ministry and the FMBN are using to reach the goal of affordable housing. In this episode of the program, we'll take a look at how this product came about and how well it is performing. Before then, we take a short break, and when we return, the program commences fully. See you after the break.
To improve transparency and accountability in managing the NHF funds, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has introduced *219#. *219# is a new way to know the status of your NHF contribution from anywhere. To use this service, dial *219#. Select 1 to update your contact detail. Press 2 to check your contribution status in any month up to the last 5 years. You can also use our mortgage calculator and bulletin board by selecting options 5 and 6 respectively. You can access other services by using direct shortcodes like *219*3# to retrieve your NHF number, *219*4*1# to check your last 5 transactions, and *219*4*2# to check your statement of account. No internet connection required, and it is available on all networks. *219#. Simpler, smarter, faster. Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Everyone deserves a home.
The episode opens with our weekly diary, where we bring you highlights of recent happenings from the FMBN and around the Nigerian housing sector. Tonight on the news, Borno State seeks partnership with the FMBN. Details of these and other stories coming up shortly. Don't go away.
The management of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria recently received a delegation from the government of Borno State, which came to seek the bank's intervention in completing its projects in order to provide more homes for residents of the state. Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Energy, Mohammed Kyari Abdu, while stating the purpose of the visit, called on the FMBN to partner with the state by completing unfinished projects within the state so that houses will be made available for the people of the state.
We are here to seek the Federal Mortgage Bank's intervention in respect of the estate, our estate, 4 housing estates, formerly occupied by IDPs. Now, about 5 estates, sorry. Now the 4 estates, they have evacuated the IDPs. Now 1 estate is being occupied by IDPs. We are hereby seeking the Federal Mortgage Bank intervention to complete the houses, even though there are some little vandalization as being occupied by the IDPs.
Managing Director, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Architect Ahmed Bengiwa, while welcoming the delegation, stated that the bank is willing to explore avenues to collaborate with the Borno State government in bridging the housing deficit in the state.
From your presentations, we have had there 5 housing estates, amounting to over 1,150 houses at various levels of completion, which we said at above 80% completion. We have visited some of them the time we visited, and we'll see how we can collaborate within ourselves. So our intention is quite well, as you said, there will be a need to inspect the estate. Inspecting the estate, that means also you providing us with the designs and the costings for the level of commitment of Borno State on every unit. Maybe a particular house has reached up to roof level. We need to know how much have you expended on that housing unit. Maybe you have expended 4 million naira, we want to know. And then how much is it required to complete it? We can fund the construction of the estate to complete them via one of our products, maybe cooperative housing development loan. But for cooperative housing development loan to be conceived, you need to identify who are the targeted off-takers who need the houses. You must identify these are the people you want to ensure they have taken this estate. And what is their names, what is their salary, how many years do they have to retire? Because a factor of these two gives us the affordability of an individual to see whether they can afford to buy that house.
Bengiwa also said a committee headed by the group head, Project Finance, will be set up to aid the bank and the state government in the process of shortlisting off-takers for the houses.
We want a collaboration between your own staff over there and then the Borno State Office, who is FMBN branch over there, and the Project Finance who are here to maybe guide them on how to do the shortlisting of the off-takers.
Mr. Aji Kolo, one of the board members of the FMBN who led the delegation from Borno State, thanked the bank for its contribution towards the development of the state.
I'm very happy. I appreciate the way that the mortgage bank support Borno State and the workers of Borno State, and just to show my appreciation this one to the management and the team. It's a hard work of the team and management. I'm very happy with that.
A real estate firm, Bashmore Homes, has signed an agreement with the Non-Academic Staff Union NASU of the University of Lagos UNILAG to provide housing for Nigerians, especially those in the mid-income group. Managing Director of the company, Bashir Jimo, during the signing of the agreement, stated that middle-level housing was introduced instead of the premium housing scheme so that a wide range of people can be reached. He added that the partnership will highlight the firm's commitment on providing housing for all, especially the middle-level housing units. Jimo also disclosed that the partnership comes with the provision of 250 housing units for UNILAG NASU members, while it equips the estate with infrastructure, security, and other essential facilities.
Thank you for staying tuned. The Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme, MPHS, was established as a product of the bank by the Ministry of Works and Housing to increase the affordability of houses provided by government for low-income earning Nigerians. In our next segment, we shall take a look at this product, what projects were developed through this product, and how it has performed over the years. Keep watching.
A few years back, the Ministry of Works and Housing, as part of its efforts towards providing affordable housing for Nigerians, together with the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, entered into a partnership to push forward its drive of making affordable housing available for the low and medium income earning Nigerians. The Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme was the brainchild born out of this desire. The collaboration has the ministry providing the land, while the FMBN serves as the financier for the projects.
The partnership is actually between Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Federal Mortgage Bank, and real estate developers. So the idea is these three stakeholders will partner together. FMBN will provide the funding, the ministry will provide the land, and then developer will be nominated to handle the construction of the houses.
The partnership did not only require the ministry to provide land, but to make other technical provisions such as drawings and bill of quantities available to further reduce the total cost of the houses when completed.
In the concept, the ministry provides all the technical drawings, And of course, that includes the building drawings as well as the bill of quantities. It's all prepared by the staff of the ministry. So the cost incurred by a developer on the aspect of making the drawings and getting them approved, because the land belongs to the ministry, is all waived. So real estate developer, being an entrepreneur or a businessman, of course, if the ministry doesn't take care of these aspects, they also have to charge for all this, which add the cost to the final product, which is affordable housing. So you see, it's a good collaboration, and it makes the houses really affordable for contributors to National Housing Fund. If you take off all these cost elements, the land, the drawings, and some professional techniques that have been applied, of course, it brings down the cost of the housing. It makes it different from others, whereby the developer bring in his drawings and then we vet it, and of course bring in his land and he charge that cost into the final product, which is the house. So it makes the whole thing, where all these costs are removed, of course the houses will be affordable to the NHF contributors.
Quite a number of projects have been completed. While some are awaiting commissioning, many others have since provided shelter to so many Nigerian families.
The feelings that you don't have to deal with any landlord anymore, that alone is satisfying. That I'm no longer, going to pay rent to any landlord. That in itself alone is satisfying. So, and to every working class Nigerian, I think the ultimate goal is for you to have a home. It pays to have a home. And as much as possible, try to own that home while you are still in service. So it's been a fantastic experience for me. I never thought I was going to be a homeowner in 2021, but it happened, and I'm glad about it.
It's exciting. No landlord issues, no landlord bothering you every month. Your rent is due, and you waking up every day finding yourself in your own apartment is a cool thing.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, since the commencement of the project, has invested well over 20 billion naira. Some projects completed under this product include ABSI Full-Fledged Estate Kuje Abuja, Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme 1 Kano State, Homestead Construction Millennium City Kaduna, Sedona Business Company Ikorodu Lagos, Gas Fields Nigeria Limited Abeokuta Ogun State, Mercy Samuelson Estate, Kuje Abuja, amongst so many others.
This particular project, Ministerial Pilot Scheme, here in the Western Bypass, it's actually 100% federal mortgage funded project. And we still have people coming in, about 500 and above, both federal civil servants in the state, those outside the state, business people. When you have one or two estates that are existing, you have people coming around to visit, they want to be part of it. So we are oversubscribed, and we are looking forward to start new projects to accommodate this number of people.
It's an idea from the present management of Federal Mortgage Bank under the able leadership of Architect Ahmed Musa Dangiwa that says this project must be done and tidied up. And as we speak, it's a completed project, 100% subscribed for, and about 70% occupied as we speak at the moment.
There are several other projects still ongoing under the Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme. They include Brains and Hammers Bungalow City, Dede Abuja, Luxury Construction Limited, Buari Abuja, Mareng Nigeria Limited, Cafe District Abuja, Al Nuri Dunia Limited, Millennium City, Kaduna, Proof Load Services, Oron Akwa Ibom, Ramchai Nigeria Limited, Okioye Ilorin Kwara, and Build Chester Nigeria Limited, Jalingo Taraba, etc.
We are ready to provide affordable housing units for Nigerians, and that we will be able to deliver quality housing units that will meet their requirements and function effectively to standard.
This project is called Bungalow City. We're building about 5,000 houses. It's seated on 250 hectares. Our partnership with FMBN is 2, we're doing Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme for FCT High Court. We're building 111 houses for them. We have an upcoming project, of course, that we're doing partnership with FMBN. That is the cooperative, the new town or mega city project with FMBN. We have to build 1,250 houses for various civil servants as off-takers. Yes, we have the police, we have the, the National Open University, National Hospital, road safety, civil defense, and what have you as off-takers for this project.
Over time, the Ministerial Pilot Housing Scheme has gone through some modifications for more effective results.
So much has been done to improve, because the way the concept started, actually, it's started in such a way that the ministry building professionals were to supervise this project, excluding FMBN. So FMBN was just to make the funding available. But along the line, there were a lot of hitches because the supervision was not effective, let me put it that way. So the ministry has to invite the staff of the bank or surrender the supervision entirely to the staff of Federal Mortgage Bank, which we now have total control of this project. So also we, as other projects that we have in various states of the Federation, our professionals in the branch offices are fully also involved in the supervision of this project. So it makes it more effective, and we are always on top of the supervision to ensure that the developers have or do the construction in accordance with the specifications provided.
The MPHS, which started around 2013 through the leadership of different ministers, has received tremendous support to move the cause forward. Seeing the success of the project, the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Raji Fashola, gave a directive that all projects under the Ministerial Pilot Scheme be completed in order to accommodate new ones.
What is the name of my grandson?
Suleiman.
That's a good name. May the Almighty preserve him.
Amen.
Now that your family is growing, this is the time for you to start thinking of a house of your own.
Abba, the thought of this has always been on my mind. To build a house now, you need a lot of money, and that is what is holding me back.
Sonny, what you need is a mortgage. NHF mortgage loan. With NHF mortgage loan, you own a house upfront and pay gradually over a long period of time.
Abba, I will go to the FMBN office right away.
Come join us at FMBN and let's shelter Nigeria together.
If you're just tuning in, the program is Everyone Deserves a Home, a program brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Becoming a homeowner is quite liberating, as it saves you the headache of renting an apartment as well as facing embarrassments from landlords. Abubakar Sadiq Abdullahi, our beneficiary for this episode, was faced with a difficult and embarrassing situation which challenged him to apply for a house from the FMBN. Keep watching as he shares a story of home ownership with us.
The payment process is quite flawless.
It was unbelievable because I didn't know that they have such a scheme existing in Nigeria.
Is it true that I will get the house? No, why not? We met all the requirements, so we'll get it.
The joy of ownership is wonderful.
Abubakar Sadiq Abdullahi, a lecturer with the School of Health, Daura, Katsina State, has been a contributor of the National Housing Fund for about 11 years before he got the privilege to own a house. Before he got the house, he lived in a rented apartment for about 5 years. One day, his landlord gave him a short notice to vacate the house.
I was living there in Kankia. The house I was staying, I stayed there for almost like 5 years. But just within 1 week, 2 weeks, I was given a notice that I must leave that house. And it is unfortunate, without any further, sort of like longer notice, I was given that instant notice that I have to come over to Katsina to start looking for a house. And to be frank, for me to get it took me a long period of time to get a house. And when I got a house, could you imagine that when I enter that very house, the house, I have to keep my belongings in the middle of the house because the other tenant of that very house did not pack his belongings. I have to keep my things for 2 days.
This motivated Abubakar to apply for a house at Yusra Estate, Katsina State. He got to know about the estate through his colleagues who told him that the houses were on sale. He then went to the state office where he was told what needed to be done.
I come across the news from some of my colleagues when they told us that there are some houses built by Federal Mortgage Bank, and these houses are going to be allocated. And if someone is interested in it, he should collect a form. He should go to the mortgage bank, collect a form, and then later on fill. So I now contact one of the staff there, and he asked me to come and collect my form. I collect a form, I fill it. And after filling it, satisfying all the criteria, eligible criteria, I was later on allocated this very house.
Abubakar says he no longer has to bother about issues of rent because he enjoys the peace that comes with being a homeowner.
I'm at ease, at peace. Every year by November, December, I will start thinking about what to pay. But now I don't have that. If you want to get a house, the most easiest way for you to get a house is to get this kind of loan. Because this kind of houses. Because for you to build a house, it's not that easy. I have my own plot of land. I've started developing my own house. For almost 5 years, I could not be able to finish my house up to now. It is in my hometown. But with this, I was in the house, living comfortably in my house and everything. So I used to encourage my colleagues that, please, they should try to apply for this kind of federal mortgage houses so that they can be able to benefit from it. So it's a good scheme, it's a good program.
Our question for the week is, what is the mode of repayment for FMBN loans?
It depends on the facility you take, but mostly the repayment comes from your monthly income. Some may want to pay some of the facilities like rent on a quarterly or annual basis, some on a monthly basis. So it all depends on the income stream of the beneficiary, but it comes from your earnings, whether you are self-employed or employed in the formal sector. So the repayment normally comes from the income that you earn. So that's the basis on which we profile you and see the amount you can afford. And then we know that you have this stream of income, and then we'll be able to afford the repayment.
Many thanks for staying with us through this episode of the program. The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria will not relent in trying to reach out to all of its customers. Soon, you will have a story to share. Keep a date with us next week, same time, same station, as we bring you more strides from the FMBN towards providing affordable houses for low-income earning Nigerians. For more information, log on to our website on www.fmbn.gov.ng or stop by at any FMBN branch office near you. See you next week.